Hello and welcome to the Monday Satisfactory stream. My name's Trismegistus, and in this series I am attempting to, in quotes, complete the game because I bought it in early access when it first came out, and then I didn't play it until it hit update 4. They added loads of stuff. I thought I'd start playing it. And then they released update 5 while I was doing this series. And update 6 is about to happen. So it's all got a bit confusing. But I'm still trying to complete the game. We are at the steel foundry. As it stands. I've done a little bit. Have I? I don't think I did I? I don't think I've done anything. So this factory is still as it was. What I did do... Hello, Muse. Moose? I'm trying to say that. Yes, so I've not really done anything. I did ferry a load of stuff over. So we got lots and lots of resources, both here and at the other foundry. And the plan for today is to try and work out sort of how to do some stuff with trucks, basically. So my theory, my idea, my concept... I wonder why it always brings that up every time. Is that we're at the desert. So we're down here, and this is a steel factory. It's going to have the aluminium as well. They put a video up on Friday. Always goes up while I'm streaming, but this is the swamp, and they've completely changed this. It's all basically underwater by the looks of things now. So, yeah, so we need to get the aluminium, but I was planning on sort of bringing it in via train, and we'll have like an annex to this steel foundry. So we need to leave that until they've definitely done update 6. But yeah, so we've got all of this iron and copper and coal all around here, and we need to bring it to, well, where that tractor is, and over here, so that we can smelt iron, copper, steel, and then make, the rods and screws and all that sort of stuff. So my concept is to not use trains to bring it to the foundries, and to sort of, I guess, technically use belts, but really to bring the materials in with trucks. So what I did is I went and got a load of stuff. So we should be able to make a load of trucks. What do I need? Ooh, I may not have brought any beacons. Do I happen to have beacons in here? No. That's annoying. I've got millions of beacons. We could just nip over to at some point. Obviously, I've got this one truck here, but I was hoping to practice with a couple of them. But basically, so what I was planning on mainly doing, I'll be honest, is laying down. So you've got this here. Is this the one? Which is the... Oh, sorry, I didn't probably say hello there. Welcome back to the stream. Obviously, I saw your pictures on Discord. Might have been a bit inspired by your train network.
I strongly
Are you
advise
gonna?
you to harvest
I think I
this
might just
specimen.
get rid of them because it keeps happening every time I'm sort of nearby. It's probably something going to spawn, is there?
Harvest.
Apparently these are useless. They're like very much placeholders. So it's not worth picking up. But yeah, I don't think it'll come in. I'm thinking it'll come in underneath here, or sort of maybe the stop will be here, and we use belts to transport it along, because the trains are going to be in here, and I want the trains really to transfer like more processed stuff. So I don't know that they'll be transporting iron ingots, but or steel ingots in this case, but the steel plates and steel things, steel pipes in here, and then basically the trains are great. And so Jesus just popped into the chat. He's done like a design. It looks really nice, but also It looks like it's quite repeatable. It looks like you can, you know, like repeat it. I mean, your bridge as well. I don't think I'll go as sort of spectacular as that, like, you know, suspension bridge. But I say the idea is I'm going to use this asphalt stuff. Now, I don't have the... And what you can do with the asphalt is you can put... Where is it? These on it. So we can put arrows, basically. So I'm thinking... And you can put actual lines on them. Like that. So it looks like actual road. So we'll use that, I think, basically. But I kind of need to work out where everything needs to be. Because... Which is the other point. I need... So yeah, I haven't got... Ironically, I haven't got the... I mean, obviously I could make a load of beacons, but I've got so many sat in chests. I completely forgot about them. But we need to use these. So I need frames, rotors, and cables. Okay. So if we get some of that... Don't need them. So, I mean, at the very least, we can sort of set up the roads, basically, is what I'm thinking. In fact, maybe I'll take a bit more. Frames, rotors, wasn't it? Rotors are here, I think. Here we go. Oops. Take some of them. And then frames. In here? Yeah, we go. So, yeah, we'll set up, and I think I've got... I actually just... I realised we finally hit some kind of limit. And the other factory is absolutely stuffed full of plastic now, so I can do lots of coated concrete. So if I grab them, and maybe a bit more concrete just to take with us. But yeah, so we need to drive up to where the resources are really. But my sort of thought is, I don't know, if I'm honest. I think that you get a distance bonus out of the different materials. But I don't know that you get a speed bonus. It wasn't clear to me reading the description. But because we've got coal here, we can just power the trucks with coal. Is my current idea. What I'm thinking... This is so slow going up the hills. What I'm sort of thinking is... basically just laying down the... I can't get around that way, can I? Because the... lake. I need to go the other side of this outcrop. Here we go. This way. But yeah, I didn't get a lot of time. As I've sort of said on several streams, I'm actually sort of applying... Well, I'm putting together CVs so I can apply for a new job, but it's taking a while. I've not updated my CV in a long time. Like a very long time, so it's taken a while to update it. So it's taken up a lot of my personal time. Distance bonus. So I think you can travel further with better fuel, and in particular, I think it stacks differently, doesn't it? So I think, and basically what I mean is it burns it slower the better fuel it is. I think. Look at that. Why is it doing that all the time? This is the other reason I need to elevate them onto the asphalt, because it... the physics is interesting. There's a spot, actually, I'll try and drive over it. There's a spot on the... what do you call it? The dune over here, which acts like a brick wall. So you just hit it and it stops. I think it's here somewhere. Nope, missed. So there's a little spot somewhere. It might be this bit here. And it's obviously something they've done some error with the terrain. No, don't know where it is. But that's why I need to elevate it, I think. So what I'm thinking, as I say, is a sort of, if I punch a hole in the centre of this factory, and then we work out like how... I'll just use... That's why I've got the iron plate. I'll just use regular level 3. Yeah, I think you can travel further with like higher level fuel, I think, basically. And also, as I say, I think the old... he says in the middle of the factory, and he doesn't actually know where the middle of the factory is. Because this is my sorting floor, effectively. How can I work out where the middle of the factory is? I suppose it doesn't really matter. This is so big, I'm not sure how I'm going to work it out. I could... What can I do? Because I'd like it to be, like, horizontally in the middle, if not vertically. In fact, it'd be fine to tie it up with this. I worked so hard to avoid this, so it'd be above it, and then ended up over clipping through it anyway. So what I could do, if I do that, and it'll tell me how many there are. But yeah, I think I'm going to be inspired by your train design, or your train track design, I think. Try and do my own sort of version of that. So 29. Was that 29? Yeah, because it's counting that one alpha, isn't it? So 29. So what's half of 29? 29 is 14 and a half. So the 15th one. So if we 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13, 14, 15. So that is the 15th one. So this one here is dead center. In fact, let's put jetpack on. Okay. So there's nothing directly below it, which is good. Apart from whatever these caves turn out to be. So I think if I put a little bit of a hole here, sort of a 3x3 hole maybe. So I've sort of got a concept. I don't really know what it's actually going to be like now. And then if what would it need to look like? I guess, let's do a very simple example of the material comes in. You can jump on them, can't you? I wonder if I could try and jump on them. Comes in, and what? It potentially gets fed into a merger. I've forgotten rods. That's not good. But we can use one of these instead. And I've still got any rods. Right, so I need to go and get some rods. Luckily, this factory is all stocked up as well. But 10,000 megawatt fuel power plant yesterday. Wowza. Is that using... Because I believe there's like a super fuel, isn't there, or something? Or condensed fuel or something? Did that use that? Does that make any difference in the fuel plants? Because I know you can overclock them, which I've not done, because this is like, as I said before, I'm not a massive fan of collectathons, so I haven't really been going around collecting that many slugs. Where are the rods then? No, they've got to be back here. No, there we go. So that's rods, so that'll do. Let me do both of those. Yeah. Okay. Right, so let's go and have a look. Turbo fuel, that's it. That's only an alternative. I don't have that. Oh right, okay. It's not actually any different. The turbo fuel burns slower, so you need it half as much. So that's what I was talking about, the distance bonus. So if you were to put turbo, I presume it applies to everything that burns fuel. So if you were to put 100 fuel in a vehicle, it would burn through at the same rate as 50 turbo fuel. So effectively, if you put 100 turbo fuel in, you can go twice as far for the same amount of stuff being put in. That's what I was trying to get at, but explaining extremely clumsily. But it's no actual no bonus power to it. There's no, it's not. You don't get twice as much, juice out of it, as it were. Juice is a bad term to use. So I think we can probably put. So if this was like some, splitter or something, this is just nominal. Obviously, I need to hook everything up, but It's sort of the concept of, you know, what it might be. I think actually those need to be closer, don't they? To hook up without... I could always put... Why don't I put a conveyor lift in? That'd make more sense, wouldn't it? So if I put a... Now that I've got them... Oh, I tend to forget some of these things I've got. So if this was here, that'd be naff in terms of positioning. So it needs to be there. So if we were putting a lift in, I say we'll just use a level 1 to see what it looks like. Then that would come up like that. So if we go down, if I build a ladder maybe, like that, down here somewhere. Cool. Then hopefully I can get up and down. So the question I'm trying to answer for myself is how far down I can make these, because they're quite like a tube, as it were, of lifts going up, you know, taking the stuff up. So I need logistics, conveyor 1. Whoops. No, missed. Oh, okay, they can go right the way down. Okay. So height is not a problem. Huh. Oh, I think I'm basically at the limit now. That's sort of about as far down as I could go. But yeah, okay. So if we were to build a platform anywhere here, that'd be okay. So what I want to do, I do want to line it up so it's sort of a reasonable sort of distance. So if we just build across a little... I guess I could do it with walls though, couldn't I? And that would keep it the same size. Yeah. So if I use... Why have I got the 1 metre wall? Let's go with that. So where do I want this to be? Would that be okay? I think that's going to miss the foundations. I'd obviously, you know, pretty it up and make it tidy and all that sort of stuff, but... So is that... So that's... Two, was it 3? 3, isn't it? So if that's... Come on. What are you doing? So that's 3 there. Can I get up on that? Yeah. Okay. So where are we? We are... So we want 3 on either side then. So this is that hole I've just done. Down here. Let's get me light on so I can see what I'm doing. And then if I was to put a logistics one in there. Okay. So say what I quite fancy is like a set of so maybe you get more out of the oil, yeah. I say, and then I can put these sort of fairly regularly. So what would it look like if I then put a set of foundations here somewhere? Let's use this so I can sort of tell the difference a bit. Because the loaders and unloaders, the truck stations are pretty big, aren't they? In fact, why don't I change the material and then I won't get quite so confused. So if I do just regular old concrete. Also, I can use the squares to line up. So if I wanted to put a truck station here, where is it? There it is. Oh. Oh, they're very, very big, aren't they? And the input and output is on the same side. Okay. But it's got 2 outputs, hasn't it? In fact, let's just build one of them. And I want to check. No. So this is its storage. So if that's 2, 4, 6, 8. why haven't they made things, you know, 10 by 10 type grids everywhere? So if I put a organisation, so what you're working on at the moment is you're still working through your 4, 6, 8. So that's half the size, isn't it? Working around your working up your train network. Oh, I haven't got the bits for that. I think they're like 3 times as big, aren't they? So it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 8. Oh, it's the same size then. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. So this is like 2 containers, but I don't think as much as a storage. You know, the big container. But it is very big, isn't it? It needs power as well. Or does it? Why would it need power? Because now this side is the fuel side, isn't it? So I don't have to worry about them. And obviously these will be set to unload here. But that's the side the truck actually arrives on. How would I want to arrange that? Because where are we? We're sort of here. Now put the truck station there. Because it occurs to me, if I try and do something too fancy, like for example, if I put several of these in a row, is that not big enough? Why won't you let me put one next to it? There. Because if I put them too close together, then I'm going to have a slight difficulty of like getting the trucks to do like trains, you know, where you would have a siding. It could be too sharp a turn, because obviously I'm sort of reliant on them doing... I mean, I guess I could have them pull in, you know, and pull out again. But does it do reverse? I don't think it does it? When you program the trucks. But if I put them a bit further apart, then it should give enough room for them to, you know, manoeuvre around. And I'm not fussed about them actually sort of crashing into each other, you know, in terms of, you know, I don't think it'll damage them or break them, but it's more... So if I put a gap, you see, then there's turning room, essentially. You know, so a truck can come in and sort of turn around or whatever. Now, do I want to do them this way? So, like that, as they are at the moment. Or do I want them that way? I could have both, I guess, really, couldn't I? Because the bit I'm not at all sure on is sort of how to link everything up together. Because I've obviously got lots of different resources here in the desert. And all sorts of node enrichment. So the sort of ratio of truck to you know, truck stop and blah, blah, blah. Something I'm not at all sure on. So how many have we actually got? Well, I don't know, because some of these are double actually. So, but if we say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So you're getting into the range of maybe about 30 iron. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, was that about 16, 17? So it's sort of 1.5 to 2, basically. So about 15 or so copper, 20 copper, 30 iron. But also we're going to have coal. We'll probably pick up concrete here, or limestone anyway, for onward transport. I did wonder about putting the concrete factory here as well, because there's so much open space. But I'm not actually sure where the most sort of limestone is. But, you know, there's bits of caterium and all sorts, really. So what I'm thinking at the moment is, say, 4 iron stops and 3 copper stops. Because then, I say, if each unloads twice, that's 8 lifts for iron. So we could have 2, 4, 6, 8. So we could have all the iron on one side. You know, if I make this a bit wider. So, you know, because I'll fit 2 on there. Easy. And then 4, 6, 8. Okay, let's try that. It's very much an experiment. It's what I do like. One of the things I do like about this game in particular. Some of the things are a bit clunky and difficult to do, if I'm totally honest, but it's very forgiving in that it gives you all the resources back again. And it's which side it is. So that's the output there. Whoops. So that's the output there. So ideally I'd probably line that up with... But that's sort of in the wrong place, really. Because if I want 2 per thing... Working on Mega Base. You know, if you can make sign on the roof, which is angled down. Sign on the roof, which is angled down. I'm not sure. You mean I can't build sign? I haven't got... I could go and get some. You can angle signs. I don't know if you can... I'm pretty sure you can do down. Like, do you mean so if that's a sign and you tilt it that way? And I'm pretty sure you can do that. I can't remember... I think you have to hold Alt or something, because the scroll wheel just moves it up and down. Or I think you move it up and down and then click once and then you can do angle. 45 degrees. Oh, I don't know. So I have seen people doing, you know, lights and stuff. Well, using signs like lights, you know, because you can set the brightness to like, you know, like max, and it looks like a light, but it's not really a light because it doesn't, you know, it doesn't shine light around, but it looks like one. But yeah, I think you can, but I can't remember exactly how. I've not done a lot of that. It's sort of, I know that's a thing I need to answer as well, because, so yeah, if we had, other way around, please. 1 there, say, approximately. And 1 there. Yeah, this could look quite cool. And then we need to move this to such a position that there will be enough room for me to unload. So, where would... The bad part of this game is the geometry. It can be a bit tricky, I find, to, you know, build things, because they're enormous, great buildings, some of them. And it's like, you don't have quite the control you do, like with Factoria. Because, you know, that's just obviously in a top-down square grid. So it's very easy to place things. And like these lines can be a bit wrong. So I'd quite like that sort of aligned with at least one of them. So if I put it there, is that roughly where it needs to be? So I put it... No, if I put it aligned with the thing. So the model is on that edge. Are those lined up? See, it's very difficult to... I find it very difficult to tell. Where's the ladder? There it is. No, you see, it's off by what? One sort of unit that it uses. So this, the truck, it's not aligned with that. We'll put that edge up to that. It's aligned with that, hopefully. In fact, maybe I can stand on top of this. Can I? No, you're not gonna. I guess because there would be a belt going up and down. Then. Right, let's go have a look again then. So, oh, it's one off in. Oh, you can get there's like cheats and stuff, aren't there, that let you infinitely hover. No. In fact, let's test it with a belt. Let's see what that does. What does that look like? That's a more sensible way of doing it, isn't it? That's as straight as I think it could be. And I'll have to do something, you know, with 90 degrees and stuff. Whoops. A bit of fallen off again. No, come on. How comes I could get on it before then? And I can't get on it now? Was I in the wrong place? There we go. So yeah, if I can get this to go in here. Oh, it doesn't like that at all, does it? Look at the state of that. How is that a sensible thing of the belt? I mean, this could be higher up, couldn't it? Oops. So it doesn't have to be... It could be there. And it still hates it. Of course it hates it. To be fair, it is slightly right. So maybe there. And of course it hates it as well. Why wouldn't it? Okay, so it's too close, I guess. I mean, I could also... It could squiff them, as it were. So we could have... Oops. Come on. We can have this. Let's just get one out of here. Logistics. Layabout. So if this was coming out of here and was that about the right height? Do you like that more? No, you don't like that at all. Okay. Okay. So it's all right in terms of that, but not distance back. So if I put one, let's get rid of that. Put one there. No. What are you doing? What you? Right. No. What are you doing? There we go. Now, that gives me a reference point. Get the belt out of the way. So I know that that's where the other one was. Right. So if I'm going to have to extend this again. So if I put it like one blob, well, let's do two for safety, I guess. So, and say I can't tell where the end is, because we could line it up maybe with the corner here. So it's like that. Oh, come on. There. So it's then aligned with that distance there. Are you happy with that angle? So you're still happy there. Yes, it fits. I can do a 90 degrees with lifts and stuff. God dear, that was painful. Right, so this is where the first truck station is going to be. I think. Having done all that, because which is the middle? So that was the middle one, wasn't it? Because I took an extra one out here. So I need to take one out there. Because if these two... Because if I'm saying I want to take... Because I've lined that up with the wrong one, haven't I? Because that's the middle one, not that one. Is that right? So if I do that, there's 12 there. And there's 12 there. Yeah, so this is actually the middle point. But then this is... Does that matter? This is offset, the output. It's actually offset in the other way, so I would want... if I wanted the physical machine to be in the middle, I'd probably actually have to do this here. If I was to build one literally next to it and see if I can get away with angles for trucks and trucks for angles, what happens? So if this is, you know, here and it's straight, where does it line up with in terms of concrete up here? So if I try to attach down there to give me a rough idea. Okay. So that would be pretty much perfectly. I'll obviously have to do it the other way around. But the conveyor hole is there. Okay. Okay, well, I'll try. I mean, we're never getting anywhere near it today. I might actually do a bit longer today because I wasn't rushed with work and stuff, so I managed to have a little bit to eat. The rushing actually is like me rushing. It's like because I tend to try and do a bit longer on Monday, basically, so I can knock off early on Friday. But we're not working here in the UK on Thursday and Friday. 2 bank holidays. Okay, so that works in theory. I mean, if I can always rework it, but say the difficult bit I'm not sure about is whether or not, you know, the trucks will come in here and just sort of crash into each other. Basically, that's the bit I'm not sure about. Okay, so other side of this then. So say if we think of this as a sort of a central reservation. I mean, actually, what I could run all of the belts so that they're together, couldn't I? And then have them coming up centrally anyway. But I think that's fine. Yeah, that'll work. That's fine. So if I make sure this is asphalt. No. Here. And then if I put a, because that's the middle one. That's the other one. So if I put that there, that'll remind me that's the middle. Okay. So we can put this on here, like so. Oh, you come to inspect, have you, my friend? or just clip through the floor. Bouncy, bouncy. If there's anything come a while back, no worries. I'm I'm more comfortable with people, you know, doing other things and don't want to chat or or AFK. I'd sort of be here chuntering away to myself no matter what, really. I was just saying, I mean, I don't know if you've sort of thing. So I think you can do 45-degree angle, like signs, but I don't actually remember how to do it. Right, so I've done 1, 2, 3 either side. So if I convert, no, them to asphalt as well. And that means I know where the centre is. So if I literally, so I'm only having 3, I guess, for copper. What I'm thinking is I can put sort of 2 on this side, like here somewhere. But I guess maximum they could sort of be here, maybe. And we can put like coal. Well, I don't need coal here, but so I might put it on trains and send it elsewhere. Or we could have a train taking it down to the steel smeltery or something, maybe. So it needs to be set back a bit, doesn't it? I can't remember where it was. Oh. So can I get 2 along there? Yeah, and I'd have to move them up a bit though. But I would anyway, because this isn't aligned with that needs to be aligned with that. Okay. So if I put a conveyor, whatchamacallit. Oh, I got the wrong. Why is that? Oh, I was hovering over a thing, wasn't I? So that would be, I guess. Where is it? There? Doesn't seem right. So that's the centre. And then it's 2 blibs over. So if that's the centre, there's 1, 2. Yeah, that's okay. 1, 2. Okay, so conveyor lift. Say nominally, it's not actually the conveyor lift, but conveyor lift there goes up to a conveyor hole there. Then this actually needs aligning. I guess, how can I fake that other one? Maybe if I just put the hole in there. Put that down to there. So it would be aligned with that, but I'm putting it sort of there, I think. Yeah, so these need to be sort of aligned with them. But I've actually done that the wrong way around, haven't I? The left one needs to be the lower one. And the right one, the higher one. Okay, let's do that again. So, put that hole there. Oops. This one, that height. This one, that height. Now, how far back is it? So, because the model's bigger than the thing. The centre is aligned with the big square. Okay. So the centre is aligned with the big square. Okay. And then let's guess. I'm going to fall off the edge, aren't I? Let's guess there, maybe? Oh, it's done it sideways. Brilliant. Okay. You wouldn't want to just copy the thing I've, pointed you at, would you? So let's try it there. Miles away. Absolutely miles away. Okay. So not there. So, come on. There. No, that's just a little bit off. So not aligned with whatever I aligned it with there. Okay. No. So that can't be right. No, it's too far the other way. Yeah, because that belt squiff. Okay. So. Wasn't there? So it's giving me a green line, but I don't know what it's giving me a green line with. What is that green line? What are you aligning on? Because it's not this belt. It's not this. Insert this belt, because that's skewipping it. So it's not the green line. Well, helps if I don't misclick. So not the green line. But it was too far. Which way was it? Was it too far that way? No. Too far that way. No, got it wrong again. Starting to wind me up this. Might go and do something else instead. So, what are you giving green lines on? Because it doesn't make sense. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's okay. Crikey, that was painful. Yeah, okay. Blimey. Now, if we had two of them, for say coal, deuterium, that sort of business. Now, it's gonna be wrong again, isn't it? Because if I just put this on here, like that way round, then that's just wrong, isn't it? That's just wrong. Just plain wrong. So what are you clipping to there? That's completely nonsensical. Okay, let's try. Dear me. No, I don't know. Let's try it there. But that's wrong, isn't it? It's got to be wrong. Because, well, where do I want it? So, if you're putting things up through this, so I've got one that's a gap, and there. Do I want the copper ones going into this one here? I think I probably do. Now, where would they be going up? They'd be going up here. So this one is where I want the copper ones going in. Like that. And then we want conveyor lifts. Now, which way around was it? So I've got the left-hand one is the lower one. But it's turned round. So the left-hand one is the lower one. The left-hand one is the lower one. The left-hand one is the lower one. So this one needs to be the lower one. No. I've just guessed the height there. And that's the higher one. Okay. So you prepare for exactly the same me being annoyed repeatedly situation. So let's just try it on that, because there's loads of green lines on that. I don't know what anything is pointing at all there. That's miles away. Right. So that's, I lined it up there. I always twist my head when I'm doing this thing. So I'm trying to see around a corner. It's a flat screen, so you can't see around it. See, why is that not alright? Because that looks okay to me. So if that was there, maybe? Nearly. So we want to be over by a bit. So what's it giving a green line on? There, maybe? Yeah, looks good. Cool. Now in theory, because of the size of these, I should be able to stick these on and they'll be in the right place, but I'm not sure I can be bothered to keep trying. Come on. 2, 3. Now, once I'm here as well. Blimey. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3 tiles past. So it's 1, 2, 3 tiles past. So this is the right size, but it's not going to be orientated right, is it? So if I want 2 again, they're going to be lined up with these. So it's this line here. So I want... Did I put that back in? Oh, it's never been out, has it? So that is... Oh, crikey. Must be that one. It's got to be that one. Got to be that one. It's got to be there and there. And if you're going to again use... When you said mega base, what do you actually classify as a mega base? Because someone was sort of suggesting I do a mega base, but there doesn't seem to be a definition of a mega base. I don't know, do people base it on, like, you know, the golden nut or something? On, because I don't know what... I know the game is like fundamentally limited in the sense that the left one is the lower one, isn't it? But that's that one. So, you know, because there is only so much resources in the game unless you mod it. Oh. Because, you know, you've got a certain level of purity, you've got a certain level of overclocking, so you can't go beyond a certain point because it's just, you know, not available. But I also know there's all sorts of alternate recipes, which I don't know anything, basically anything about at all. So I don't know if alternate recipes make that, you know, make that equation much bigger. I say, I don't know quite what counts as a mega base in Satisfactory. Or maybe people do it on power. Maybe it's a certain power demand counts as a mega base. So it's, I know it's that there, that distance that way. What I don't know, because I'm having to judge it by eye, and it's a flat 2D plane. I'm going to guess there. Oh, and he guesses right first time. Super. Okay, so another one of these. Cool. Like a big base with almost everything. Okay. So as in one base that does everything, or a base that makes sort of high level products. Because I'm sort of doing, I don't know if it counts as a mega base. Is sort of my question, but there are literally hundreds of smelters in this foundry. But I'm not doing very much overclocking, and I'm not using alternate recipes, so the numbers are probably small compared to what's actually achievable. But from my perspective, this is kind of a mega base, because just the sheer amount of building I'm having to do. But does it only become a mega base if you sort of stick them in, all together? I wonder which, because I'm guessing it was probably Factoria, but I wonder which game was the first to have a mega base, as it were. Because obviously in Factoria it's certain number of thousand. Well, it is now. It didn't used to be. It used to be number of like rocket launches per minute. But like, if you can achieve 10,000 science per minute, then that's a pretty big mega base in Factorio. But I say I didn't know if there was an equivalent thing that the community uses to sort of judge them, or it's just scale. I think it's just a big base, which is central production base. Okay, cool. It might turn out, it could be that, I say, there might be some infinite technology in this, like in Factor, and then everyone can sort of standardise around, a mega base is, and it could be a different scale. It could be 10 a minute or something. I think I'm happy with this as the loading place. It obviously needs tarting up, and this all needs aligning properly, and blah 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 blah. But the basic idea is that, in fact, shall I colour them in? The copper, sorry, the iron. Which switch have I used? Is it? That doesn't seem right. That. So iron comes in here, and is it that one? No, that's wrong. Which one is it? Must be that one. Copper comes in here. Then we got, as I say, I've got options. But obviously we've only got a certain number of resources available in the desert. So obviously we could go, maybe those two are coal. And then I've been using pink for limestone, I think, haven't I? Yeah, so limestone, not that one. Don't know which pink it would be, maybe that one. On that one, and Caterium. What the heck have I been using for Caterium? Crash. I haven't. I used bright yellow there. I guess that's as good a colour as any. Is there a bright? Oh, there's a yellow. Okay, so maybe that's Caterium. And so the trucks turn up, having gone to their respective places, and drop stuff off here. Cool. Obviously, we've got this one here. It'd probably be just easier to directly load in. But that's against the principle. So, what I need to do now is kind of decide where these truck stocks are going to be. Because I'm thinking of building a road, basically. So I guess I could convert these to asphalt. I'm thinking of it as a loop, but the trucks are quite big, and I don't know how prone they are to falling off stuff. Fairly prone, I would imagine. But you can do barriers and stuff, can't you? But let's say, if we head over, so where are we here? We're here. So where would I want to go from this direction? So where am I? I'm pointing that way. So I'd obviously want to head off, probably round in a bit of a circle here. I don't know whether to create like a... Because what I could do, it'd be incredibly resource intensive. It's just lay a flat layer across the whole thing. But I don't want to do that. Because then these would poke out. I think that looks a bit naff. So I'd rather have them turn up, you know, at a truck stop. And just have a couple of belts going to each sort of thing. So we could put, you know, we could put one here. And these, well, maybe those 3 feed in. Or maybe those 3 feed in, or something like that. It's going to be a bit tricky to do this, isn't it? Okay, let's just sort of go this way. Or maybe what I could do is put a little lip here. Make it look more like an elevated platform, maybe? No, wrong one. Well, it doesn't matter. I can always convert it over, but let's see if we can't do that. So I've got a little ramp here. Nice and gentle. Maybe take it down another 2. How would we... How close do we get to the dune now? Dune. Because it looks quite funky when you do overlap the sand with the roads. It looks like an actual, you know, road in the desert. Cool. So let's get a bit of straight then. We go here. Oops. Oh, he's come back for his inspection again. What do you think? Does it look okay? I'll take that as a yes. Obviously, I need to fill these in and make it look like an actual, you know, it's been it's been built out of the desert. But say this is just to sort of lay everything in. So maybe we try and go down a bit. Whoops, jumped over. Bit more of an angle. So I'm not convinced, as per driving up that desert thing, that the 4-meter one is sort of viable for the trucks. It's inverted stuff, isn't it? I don't want that. So do you play any other building games, Muse? Oh no, I don't want the 4-meter, I want the 2-meter, don't I? 2-meter, there we go. So if we take that say down to there, then we have the road goes, say, this way. And on the side, I put a little... We could probably use painted concrete now that I've got tons and tons of plastic, but let's stick with this for the time being. So we go with regular foundation. Actually, in fact, can't I change? It's not. Is it? No, I can't remember what the key is to quick switch to the other ones. How big does a platform need to be to fit on one of those truck stops? It's quite big, isn't it? I think. So would that work? Transportation, truck station. Oh, that's too big. Oh, well, I suppose I need to offset it, don't I? How am I envisaging doing this? Oops. No. because I don't want it in the main path, as say, so I don't end up accidentally having things drive into each other. So if I set it back a bit, but this gives like a massive great, it's like it accounts for a big like delivery area anyway. But basically they're 2x3. So if we were to put this, would that work? So if this was in the middle there and right next to the edge. Okay. And then we can have belts coming underneath. And probably just disappearing into the concrete, you know, clipping through, I think. Because we end up going to, you know, I can either point this straight in or I can have it at 90 degrees and feeds the stuff in underneath. And then it all comes together here. I say we can hide some splitters underneath and or mergers underneath. And then it comes up into what? Into a conveyor hole. Maybe I had some try and hide some stuff underneath, you know, some other one. You know, oops. Some containers and stuff, but I'm not sure it'll let me do that because it's it'll be clipping under the map here, I think. I mean, I can use like mega high level belt, can't I? So, because I've got quite a bit of aluminium now. But yeah, so then isn't there copper here as well? Because what I could do is have copper next to it. So this is a double truck stop. Something extremely cheap. Right, 6 o'clock already. And we can cut. Oh, come on. We can colour code. Come on. Oh, it's because I'm standing in the middle of it. How can I get up there? Okay, let's go on the other side and get up there. No, I can't. Yeah, then. Cool. Yeah, so if I put another one next to it. Like that. And then, I don't know which one it'd actually be, depends, but that could say be the copper. And that could be the iron. Can you colour trucks in? I think you can, can't I? So I can actually colour code the trucks as well. Can I make a truck or did I forget? Oh, I haven't got the blooming beacons, have I? I can colour mine in. Test that out. Not any games like Satisfactory. Okay. I don't know if you played Dyson Sphere program or... You can. So we can have blue for iron trucks and orange for copper trucks. Or Factorio or any of those sorts of games. Let's go around here. So yeah, so I mean obviously I'll just stick in sort of a pretend. What is this? It's impure iron. So yeah, I'm gonna, you know, overclock all the nodes. Definitely will overclock them. Although we don't know that it's going to be that great in their new version, do we? But yeah, I mean, it needs pointing the right way. But we'd have a, you know, a belt coming along, and I can sort of line it up with. Or I could maybe hide it. Will it let me clip that through? Yeah, so it'll let me clip it through the desert sort of thing. So I could have it looking like it's been drilled. Well, the sand has gone over the top of it, I guess. So it would. Okay, so it would let me clip it right the way in there. Okay. And then I can just hide it in the concrete blocks. Oh, of course it's got stuff in it. Oh, let's just leave it to do what it's doing. Okay, right. Next bit then. Where do we want to go next? We need to go straight a bit more, I think. So that we can come along the river bank. I think. Or do we turn here and go up that way? Where is the river? I haven't really, because I was afraid of spiders. I think there are some resources in here. But there's also spiders. Right, so I think we need to go down anyway. To there, maybe? And then that goes straight. It clips into the dune there. That's probably a bit much. Yeah, that's probably a bit too clippy. But so where do I actually want to go? Because we can take one out. And then it's okay. But do I want to go this way? Because I never mark the limestone either. What's that over? Oh, that's limestone, isn't it? Because that's my... Yeah, I didn't mark the limestone. Oops. So I could probably do with a limestone pickup here, if there's several limestones. Oh, you're off, Muse. Thank you very much for stopping by. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Always great to have someone chatting. Not that I don't mind people not chatting either, but always good to have someone. So it doesn't look like I'm talking to myself completely. Not that I have any problem talking to myself, but yeah, thanks for stopping by. I hope you have a good one. You'll have to drop some more pictures in Discord of your base as you're going, because I was quite impressed by that, and certainly going to steal some of that. Let's put it that way. Inspired by is the phrase, I think, isn't it? Now, how do I do? I can't remember. How do I do? Isn't there a specific foundation for doing a? I'm rubbish at these. But then I need to practice, don't I? Can't you do a thing with one of these inverted ramps or something? So I want to do like a corner. But I could just do it at 90 degrees, couldn't I? How do I get it to do that then? Because that would be straight. So I'm just not very good at remembering how to do this stuff. Doesn't it do a... Oh, that's control, that's it. Oop. So the smaller increment... Oops. Why have you clicked to that? What? Why you do that? So I think if I turn the zoom off. So if I can't no. What, no? Why are you doing that? you're doing my nutting now. Because I want to do... What angle do I want to do anyway? Mate, so going down here, and I'm wanting to go that way. Okay, so if I put one here, do that. So I don't want to go at that angle. But if I put that on there, maybe on top, and I can lower it down. So if I zoom that across, put that on. No, that's wrong. Because that's too extreme. It wants to be something like that. This is where my lack of doing any of this stuff before really shows. Because there's a lot of finesse to it that I just don't understand. You see, it's poking out. Let's just put it in. I can always fix this angle later, I guess, with a bit of practice. But yeah, what I'm trying to do is basically go over this way, down here, and go along the dune. So if I do a, I think you do stuff with like beams as well, don't you? So if we do that again, just like that, and then be underneath. No, underneath, please. Okay. Anyway, point is a bit along there. Like that. Maybe a couple more. I'll get the hang of it eventually. And then we want to go down again. Because I want to go along there. So, then we need down ramp 2 meters. There we go. Couple of those, couple of those. And now I want to go in off in that direction. Okay, see if I can get that. So it's a bit more extreme, I think, is it? A bit like that. No, even more. In fact, it wants to be sort of that angle. Yeah. So if I put one there, take these ones out. There's going to be a gap there. Oh dear, I've made a real mess there. Made a right mess there. I'll watch some videos and see how people do it. So I think a lot of it's to do with these metal beams and painted beams and stuff. You can put them on and use them as anchors. I haven't got any stuff. So what's that one? Oh, that's iron, is it? Okay. But yeah, I was thinking a truck stop here, basically. So, let's put one there. So, if I put one there, I think that'll be enough. So, if I put one there, I think that'll be enough. So, let's put one there. So, if I put one there, I think that'll be enough. So, let's put one there. So, if I put one there, I think that'll be enough. So, let's do that. Adaptation. Kilometer. Maybe put it here. I can't remember how big I said I wanted it to be. Something like that. Transportation, truck stop. Oh, I'm out of frames. Okay. Okay. Because what I was also going to do, I was going to run power along the road to get rid of this higgledy-piggledy mess of power poles. In fact, where am I going? I need to go back to here. And then we need frames. Is that all we need? Could do with a general top up, I guess. I could take some of them now, couldn't I? And then some more of these. And what? Nope. 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 Maybe a bit more concrete. Always more concrete. Actually, this one might have whatchamacallits in it. Frames, here we go. Bacons. Do we have bacons? No. Dang. Why have I not got any bacons? That's annoying. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, can make a few truck stations. Okay. Everything is way more bigger and complicated than I anticipated with this game. So I keep banging on about blueprints, because one of the things blueprints allows you to do play-wise is solve a problem once and then just repeat that solution. Whereas something like this, where you don't have that facility, is a bit painful in my opinion. So I think I put an entire block, didn't I? Bit sort of there. No, that's the wrong way around. There we go. See, that sounds to me, that noise, the background noise, like someone singing. And I don't know, because there's a lot of stuff here that looks like temples and stuff, or, you know, possibly religious worship buildings or something like that. And I wonder if they're meant to be like the ghosts of, you know. So if this is a concrete one, of the former inhabitants or whatever, and that's what you can hear. So to me it sounds like choral singing, like in a church. Okay, so I'm trying to get to the river, basically, so that I can go along the river. There, maybe. And then we can come up here. And we can have sort of maybe a triple stop here. What's that? Oh, that's a crash, okay. Because I think it's going to be like, it's not just single path to each one. It's like it's a whole load of connected roadways and stuff like that. And then I can have them go along the routes. So, you know, we can put actual corners in. You know, and it would go around the corner. So I need to get better at laying these things out as well. Right, so we want to go down, basically, don't we? Down. Down. So I'm going to avoid the 4 meter drop. Whatever it is, it's quite creepy. I will say that. Foundation 1. So it's got a straight bit. In fact, straight all the way down, so that we're on. I did grab a load of ammo because we're bound to run into beasties. So if I was to go down, should we take him out first? No, I don't want to go down yet. Yeah, let's go and sort you out. It don't last very long against the ammo. Okay, so now down. Or is that going to clip through the rock? Clips through the rock, okay. Maybe one more. Whoops. Oh, well, I could go 1 meter ramp, couldn't I? Don't have to use 2 meter everywhere. Awesome. And hopefully the spiders will leave us alone. So if I take out those ones, I want to try and head in that direction if I can manage to do that. Odds are probably not. You say there is stuff, there is resources over there. I don't think I've marked them all. But say, well, the other thing, I fell down a hole. There's like there's a hole in the map basically that you can fall down. So I just sort of left it be. We want to probably go in maybe that direction. Is that going to be right? Yeah, that's probably right, I think. So, not in there. Then, well, let's do one. Get rid of these. Put that underneath. There we go. Now where am I going? So I'm heading towards that now, aren't I? I guess I could kink back round, because I thought I'd maybe go up here. Yeah, let's kink back round. Or I could just correct the angle. No, let's have it go that way. So we want thing there. Off in that direction. Yeah, that would be cool. So off that way. Oh no, it's all trees and stuff. Do I want to be blowing up trees at this stage? I thought there was a gap, and there isn't really, is there? Okay. Okay. Although I guess I need somewhere to have a truck. Yeah, we'll have to have a truck stop here, I guess. Yeah, okay. So have a couple of truck stops, or a truck stop area here. And I can bring all of the resources over from there then. So we want the regular foundation. Have I got any obelisks? Probably haven't. No. Nuts. Hmm. So some sort of platform here. Where are we? Transportation. Stop of trucks. So once. Yeah, it's not quite wide enough, is it, to do that? Clear the vegetation out. As far as I understand it, all that will reappear from when update 6 hits. But yeah, because it's trying to put it on top of the vegetation. But yeah, so some truck stops here in some sort of arrangement of stopping of truck. Got, okay. So we actually want to go up, probably here. So it's creepy noises. Creepy noises. Probably want 2 meter. Up to that level, maybe. And then across there. Okay. Which way? That way? That probably wants to be a bit more of an angle. Yeah, that'll work, I think. Oh, what happened there? Oh, I'm in the way, am I? Okay. Oh, that's gonna... Okay, I should have done it on the other side, shouldn't I? Should have done it here. Actually, is it maintaining that? No, it isn't. Okay, put that there, and then we want it pointing sort of that direction, maybe. Yeah, that'll be good. So... Oh, I don't know. So I don't quite get it. I don't quite know how I'm meant to do it. That's wrong, isn't it? Oh, I don't know. Why are you at that angle? That's frustrating. Oh well. Oh well. Now, have we got any resources over here? No. So we kind of want to head off towards the pink one. We probably need to go up a bit. Okay. But let's turn the corner first. Again, wrong side. That way? Yeah, but no. That way. That's better. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, this is proving to be a little frustrating. I don't quite know how I'm supposed to do this, but so I'll try and watch some videos, working out a bit. Because clearly the trucks aren't gonna like that, and I've put that at the wrong level anyway. Did it again. So if I get rid of that one, get rid of you, get rid of all of you. Hmm. 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 So that's now clipped into that, hasn't it? So actually I probably want to go up a bit. Or go a different direction. So maybe actually this all needs to go, really. Back to here, maybe? Oops. And then we go up instead. 2 meter? 1 meter's probably better. If I can't work it out how to do it, I'll just do right angles. You know, turn all the corners into right angles. It may work better that way. If I'm gonna, you know, put signs on it and stuff everywhere. Right, so we want a few truck stops here, I think, because we've got coal. You know, maybe some of these come over. But we've got iron, you know, limestone, copper here. Well, there's not really any point going all this way up. There is a geyser over there, though. Geyser! But I think we just want to head off 90 degrees to this. So up there somewhere, really. So if I'm pointing the right way... Oh no, I didn't really want to be that. Well, it could be. Because I could just have a branch or something going off there. Because this is quite heavily foliaged. And I'm thinking I'll basically loop as back round to the factory. As I say, I can then create some other loops and paths and shortcuts and what have you. Can I make it up that hill, up that sand dune, with 2 meter? Ooh, nearly. I was to take us back a bit. Does that help matters at all? Ooh, yeah, that's okay, I think. So if we go to there, and then this all becomes, you know, a truck stop area. What would that be? That would be the regular foundation. Regular. All regular. So this is all sort of truck stoppy, potentially. Stop trucky. Drop stucky. Oops. Cool. Can work out the fine detail later. As I say, idea is to run power along this somehow. We could probably have, you know, what should we call it? Lights along it, you know, like an actual highway or something. And so I think this looks quite cool when it clips through the sand like this, because it actually looks like the sand dunes drifted across the road, you know, like Saudi Arabia or something. But it looks a bit naff if it goes too far through. I mean, we can't. Am I heading up to that hill? Oh, we're going to get
Picking up multiple
talked
FICSIT
at again,
personnel
aren't we?
in the area. Proceed with harvest before it's too late.
Because we've got to get up to the top of that hill over there. I keep calling it hills. Sand dune.
Comply.
If I was to use that one, so we could either go up and then straight, or we could maybe 1 meter it. And that would get us all the way there. Where's the 1 meter asphalt? Yeah. Come on. So that wouldn't take us to the top, you see.
Relaying message.
Yes, I
Hello,
know.
this is paternal figure. I have taken ill and need your help to find a cure. Doctors say that the only remedy is alien artifacts.
Now, what level gets us... Oops! So this needs to be high. I bet there's somewhat horrible up here, is there? Oh, it's not horrible. It's just a little piggy.
Harvest. It.
So, kind of need to go up through that. What was I doing? So it needed to be higher, didn't it? But how much higher? I don't know. Would that work? No. I mean, I can have a little plateau, couldn't I? And then I go up again.
Your contract legally compels you to harvest this artifact.
That looks okay. To there, maybe?
Harvest.
Yes, I know. Story content DVD. Does this work on this side as well? So it clips through a bit much there. There's always the risk as well that those could
Picking up multiple FICSIT personnel in the
flip
area.
the
Proceed with
vehicles
harvest
over.
before it's too late.
So I might have to be careful of that. Because physics is aggressive in this game.
Harvest.
Shut up. So I do have stuff over there. Oh wait, isn't that... I've only put the coal. But is that not where the... Where's the limestone? Because I've not marked this, have I? But there's my... There's a whole load of stuff over there, because there's like that crater. So maybe this is where I do a branch, because I think we want to go sort of off in across those dunes. So maybe this is like a high up elevated platform. So it's going to be fun when the vehicles just start crashing off randomly. Because physics, you know. But see how it all works. How far over do I want to go? I think we'll go on the inside of it. So if we just literally head sort of back home, as it were, now. So we want a ramp, I guess. Gannon doen. No, no, go that way. Go that way. But I'm thinking there's also one going this way, you see. Off to all the bounteous resources that way. I think in some of this actually, rather than, because I was thinking of just filling it in all below, but some of it we could make look like actual bridges. I don't know that these beams are going to be the best choice, are they? Maybe the frame pillars? And I can build like I did with the trains where I was experimenting with that. And it looks like them. Oops. Is that not on Zoom? Looks like, you know. Whoops. Ouch. Support. Like it's actually being held up. Even though obviously it isn't. Right, give me that. Yeah, I need to work it out and stuff, but in fact I could leave that one in. Yeah, so it's like an actual supported freeway, I think, in some places. And I can use these inverted ramps. Like to fill it in underneath. And maybe even give it like a... Oh, it's 10 to 7. Okay. Where's the inverted ramp for... In fact, why don't I... Oh, because I need the other one anyway. But this was the 2 meter, wasn't it? Because we can put these in. Sort of like that. Make it look smooth and not impossible. Probably better if that was concrete, but you know, concrete. I can't get up there now, can I? Let's put my chat back on. I think I'm too far down anyway, aren't I? So I'm thinking of cresting that dune. That. Is that going to be... I can go back up again. Let's do that. Yeah, that's a bit too much clipping. Okay. I thought we'd be all right, but we are not. We are not all right. Okay, let's take one more out. Oh. Take one more out. Grab the foundation. See what it looks like. Okay. We're going to have to go up anyway, I think, because I think we are slightly below platform. We're going to have to avoid that poison as well. Do I take another one out? Might be better if we sort of turn the corner anyway. Let us turn a corner. In my naff. I'm sure this is not how you actually meant to do it. Kind of way. Yep, so let's go that way. Maybe let's go the other side. Oops. And work backwards. So, it's getting very choppy, isn't it? So, I say, I guess the intent. I'm just wondering which one to connect. Do I connect it up here? I mean, it doesn't clip through the rock until it gets. No, that's not clipping, is it? That's okay. But I didn't do that over there, did I? Because this just went straight that way. So I converted that, yeah. Couldn't have done that, so. He disapproves of what I did there. Material, hash swap. It's almost going to be like a roundabout. I'm sort of assuming it's going to be one way. Could do both directions, I guess. Just the trucks are pretty dang wide. Okay. So if this was the road here, shooting out that way. Do you mind not walking through my road? Typical. Typical. So if we go to about. Oops. You're stuck now. See? You're stuck now. You're stuck. Yeah. Don't you grumble at me. You're the one who got stuck. So if I try and point this at that, and we'll see if the two intersect. A bit like boring a tunnel. So fairly extreme angle, isn't it? Yeah, let's go with that. So I'll do my naff rubbish again. There. Underneath. I thought we'd get a bit of time to try out some of the aesthetic options. 7. Let's have a think. So 2-meter ramp again, I guess. Oops. Down that way. Where does this intersect? There. Them. Cool. So they're at the right height, because of course, you know, it's all 2 meter, 1 meter, 2 meter, 1 meter. So it's all sort of oriented the same in terms of height. Because I've just built it in a big loop. But yeah, happy with that conceptually, I think. So in terms of... What time is it? 6:56. I mean, we could have a quick look at some aesthetic bits and pieces, maybe. Where's a reasonable... If we go over to that strip over there, what am I thinking aesthetically? I don't know. You see, that was why I wanted a bit more time with it. Let's get some bits that might be options. What might be options? So let's look in architecture. We've got railings we could put up. We've got road barriers. That might be a way of putting along the edges, maybe, or something like that. Because that's just concrete. Maybe we could use industrial railing or modern railing rather than the catwalk style. What I'd wondered about was putting like hypertubes along the edges or underneath, something like that. Don't know. So these are all like steel things, aren't they? Okay. And then how would I do sort of lights along it? No, they're on organisation. So I would need wires and cateriums and wires and all sorts of... Okay. So let's just get a grab bag of stuff. And some of them. No pipes and things and whatchamacallits and doobies. Wires. Ready. Them. I guess make sure I've got each of them. Maybe we'll do something with glass. Or did I? Yeah. Plastic. And there's deuterium for the power stuff. That light stuff rather. Rubber maybe. Got those. Like that. One of them maybe. One of them. And a bit more cable. Cool. So grab bag of bits and pieces. So if I was to look at what would be useful for one thing. No, Pioneer Icon. Is looking at some of these, to be honest with you. So if I was to... Oh, okay. So that's the centre line. What? Oh, yeah, it goes horrible there, doesn't it? Oh, it didn't even show it there. What? Oh, there it is. The Z is arguing with each other. So that looks horrible. What other options we got? We got centerline corner. So that's like a... Center dotted line. Okay. Double dotted line. Ah, I think that's probably more what we're after. Cross dotted line. Yeah, I think that's probably more what we're after. These double lines and dotted lines to like show the edges. And then if it is 2 tracks, as I say, I can't make truck, so I can't really test it. I could drive my other one over, but it'd take ages. So if I then, you know, oh wow, that's enormous. Okay, that wasn't what I was anticipating. That's the Warmatic Flood. So if these ceiling lights are running down the middle. Oh, why have you done that? There we go. They don't look too bad clipped through each other, do they? But then another option would be to do them on these sides here. Come on. Yeah, I've got those in. No, I have them in the same place. Problem is they're so large, so these bits poke out a long, long way. Can I just power them quickly from somewhere? One thing. Don't I have a closer power? No, I don't. Okay. Got them a bit too close together to tell what the difference is, but yeah, effectively you see this, it's shiny on the middle, and it kind of, I mean, if I had it was a single track road, single direction road. I think this is the way to go, isn't it? The outer side, because I make them wide. There's no, you know, I'm not fussed about it being too wide. Just, I'm pretty sure that's how big it needs to be for a truck. Okay, so if we were to put, say, road barriers. Oh, they're quite small, aren't they? Dinky little things. Oh, can I not zoop them? Oh, I can. Oops. Road barriers along the edge. So there's something for the trucks to crash into. That looks quite okay, I think. Probably needs to be a bit further in. But then could we clip these through? Not really. I was hoping they might would have put them above, but I'm sure I probably could. Or like stack them on top of each other. So if I was better at a lot of this stuff. What do these look like on top? Whoops. Wait. Does that not stop me? Okay. So it's a barrier that I can just pass through. Okay. I think that looks better than that one. I don't know. Are those different lengths, or have I just done something? Oh, I've done something weird because of that. No. Okay. Yeah. Through the barrier. Okay. Brilliant. Okay. If I was to try and put like things on the side. What would I do? I don't know. I wish I had, like, instead of them all being, you know, this size, as it were, I wish there were, like, half-size things. So I think you have to put some of these on and then use them as clipping points to put things inside each other. So if I put, like, a big metal beam, because these do clip, like, halfway and stuff. So if I put one half like that, then I think I can put, say, I don't know, FICSIT Foundation or something, like on the bottom. No? Oh, yeah, there you go. And sort of get it halfway in, or some way in, but then it does that. And looks atrocious. So the other option is I put something like on the side just of a normal size. And so it wouldn't hurt to have at least one side be a, you know, a walkway or a pathway or something. What do these pipes look like? Oh. Oh, that could look quite cool, couldn't it? Can I change the material on them? Does it have to be steely jobs? Can I use the grid one, for example? No. Invalid target. Okay. So those can only be the FICSIT stuff. Oops. That's annoying. Okay. I think that looks quite cool though. With the curve and stuff. And then I could have, where I need to, we could have, you know, what? We could have what? You're not gonna... Oh, and that's the one that doesn't go sideways, does it? I thought they did go sideways. Oh no, they go up. They go up. Oh. I can't put them sideways either. We're looking at the wrong thing. I guess I could just stick on a foundation, not a foundation, a wall or something. Basic wall on the bottom, if you'll let me. No. No. I'll cheat then. What other options have I got there? Steel wall is what it is. Concrete wall. FICSIT wall. Is that really the only wall options we've got? Guess I could try colouring them in. Black as well. match the asphalt a bit better. And then this jobby. There. And then every so often, oops, over jump there. Did it again. So like that. I clip it into the barrier. Probably do it the other way around a bit. Put this on, and then clip the thing through it. Will that work? Yeah. Yeah, so it looks like it's part of the actual barrier. And then can I just put this on top? Oh, it's slightly... Huh. Why is that a different... Why you be weird? Why is that a different clipping? That way around, maybe? There we go. I don't know why it was being weird there. I think it's floating slightly, isn't it? Because it's not exactly the same height. But yeah, have that going, you know, along the edges. We'll use this center one. Where's that? Please? Could have them staggered, couldn't I? So I could have, you know, the next one be some unit, say 1, 2, 3, 4 or something up. The next one be whatever I've done, 4 or whatever it would be here. Unfortunately, I don't think you can use them as... No, it only lets you do 2 connections, so you can power them along. So we probably then want actual power poles. To connect them, and then I can connect up, you know, those machines to the power poles. So something like that, and this would be separate line of, you know. So it's 2 lines going along basically, either side of the road. Yeah, I quite like that. Tricky part is going to be, I say, learning how to do these, because I don't get how I need to do that. I wonder if this improves it. No. Well, yes, I mean, it's not too bad, is it? It looks horrible there. I might just revert to 90 degrees. And then the truck stops would just be on the side, basically. What am I after? Foundation. I'll insert them a bit. I mean, obviously, it's now in the way, but inset them a bit so that there's a bit of turning room for the trucks. So it's not, you know, there, it's there. Might be a bit sharp, that, actually, so I might need a bit more room. I could always, you know, do like a extra one piece there to smooth it out a bit. Or just move this along, have two bits of concrete on the side. We've got plenty of room. What the heck is that on top of that? Is that just not resolving properly? Oh, it's just a change of material. It's one of those spiky things. Cool, yeah. So I think aesthetic size, that's probably what I'm going for. Probably something along those lines. It's not massively complicated, but just makes it look a bit prettier. And I say, I need to probably use, you know, more of these, or, you know, we could have this. These could always be maybe fully concrete, so it's all concrete, so it's like a stable thing, and we can have the belts just sort of clipping into it, you know, where they need to be, you know, wherever they need to be. Rather, they come from the other side and what have you. I say, if it's the flatter bits or the lower bits, I'll probably just do something like that with the thingies there. But then if I'm doing things like that, we'll make it look a bit more like a bridge. Oh, a bit more supported, you know, like a supported flyover, I guess is the term. Cool, okay, well that's sort of the plan. As I say, everything takes a gigantic amount of time in this game. I'm coming to realise if you want to do anything at scale without any blueprinting or copy and pasting, everything takes ages. Crikey. Well, there we go. So, yes, that's it for me for today. I ran on a bit there, but I say I managed to get some dinner, so didn't mind doing so today. So let's pop up the old schedule for anyone that isn't familiar. I stream weekends, basically, so this is me done for my streaming for the weekend. I stream Fridays and Mondays. I stream Satisfactory. I say, and we're just continuing the grind, effectively. But then Saturday and Sundays, I'm swapping in a whole load of several different Factorio series. We're playing Crastorio 2 on the Saturdays, usually. And then there's an aesthetic series that I'm trying to do, and a blueprint series. Quite keen to maybe get some multiplayer on the go, community multiplayer as well. But those are the Saturday and Sunday streams, so that's the schedule up there. I may come a point where I'm going to have to sort of maybe reduce, maybe bin off the Monday stream, because as I say, I've got a lot of IRL stuff I kind of need to get on with, and it's proving a struggle to find the time, really. But we'll see. We will see. If you want to catch up with me, Jenny, if you're watching this on VOD, then you're more than free to come along and watch the actual live stream on my Twitch channel. It's just Trismegistus. Alternatively, if you've been watching this and you want to catch up on any of the series, I have a YouTube channel. Again, it's Trismegistus, but it's alias to Triggles if you want to find it on the YouTubes. All of my VODs for all of my series are up there. So my Mega Base series, my 2 Dyson Sphere program series, loads of stuff on there if you wanted to catch up. And there's my Twitter, which is the same, Trismegistus or Triggles. And I just mostly post live, complain about the government, and like cat memes. That's the extent of my Twitter. If you are interested in a bit of multiplayer, either the community stuff, caveat to that is to say I've got a lot of IRL stuff going on, so we probably won't be doing a lot of multiplayer or community streamy type stuff for a while. But if you wanted to join the Discord, that's where I'm going to sort of set it up, organise it. We'll probably use it for the voice chat and all that sort of stuff. So that's my Discord there. You can get the bot to tell you the address just by using !Discord. Yeah, so that's it for me for today, as I say, and for the weekend. I will be back this next weekend. It is a double bank holiday to celebrate the Queen's Jubilee. So I may go live a bit earlier on the Friday, because I've not got a lot to do, as I say, other than the sort of tasks I've set myself. But we'll see. Say I will tweet if that happens. But if not, yeah. So I say, if you've been watching, I hope you've enjoyed it and you might consider coming back for another one. I've been Tris Magisters. This has been Satisfactory. Thanks for watching. Cheers.